What's the problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The madman. The madman.
Mad Movie Man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know
the pool house is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
I'm sorry, but don't you guys find it kind of creepy that a 40-year-old man is
To me, it's
wearing
funny. He's a YouTuber. He wears a Dr. Doom mask to interview Tommy
in all of their videos because they're afraid to show their pale white face? I don't know. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah. Let me get Max in here. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Oh no. I should never have allowed it to happen. I'm already regretting it. No,
especially some dude just wearing a mask all the time screaming at the camera.
Mad Max is here. Never thought I'd see you in my chat. Great costume drawing. Thanks.
Rich, long time. Please take off your shirt and show us some saggy melon.
Yeah!
And please, with some Finnegan Fox enthusiasm,
Yes!
show us on the floor. Oh God, I see what you did there. You son. I like saggy melons.
Oh, there you go.
But like, it just
hard at work.
This
is hard at work.
Messed up now.
Your boss?
Saggy, hold on.
Go get your boss. Go get your boss.
At work.
I need your clout.
Chase it off of me, bro.
I need your clout. Oh wow.
I'm at work. You see, I'm working. I'm trying to
get
end
ready.
The night.
Get ready for the
live now while I'm trying to get my job
There's a
done.
reason for that. Get ready for the cancellation live in person.
Get ready for the cancellation. Yeah, you know me to cancel. You already know.
Mom!
Yes, honey?
It happened again!
Did you have your mask on?
I always have my mask on.
Oh, I'm not on.
I already hold you. I was watching your other stream. You're like, I hope someone shows up. Listen, I'm backing down. I don't have I can't take the melons.
You don't want this. You don't want
no,
this. You don't want
I don't know.
You don't.
I know you're stocking shelves? Oh wow, you're
smoke you do not want to mess with.
See, the accusations were false. Someone said you're doing a lot of texting network. And she's stalking.
Doing a text network, damn right, because this is my job. I'm doing my job while we're talking. So
you know what you know what the reality is? She was texting watching YouTube, and then she's like, "I'm going live. I better stock shelves."
Guest Tommy Telleriso.
Telleriso. Oh my God!
All right. Restart the stream. Restart.
That's fine.
Nice chatting with you. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like to consider memberships, it's only 99 cents.
Rip away, my friend. Rip away.
Because, man!
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Mad Reaction. Woo! I feel good today. You know what? I've been down a little bit. Movie Talk is doing great on my channel. I'll tell you what. I know. Here we go again. Yes, here we go again. I can't take it. I can't just only do Movie Talk because it's one of the things, the hate and fandom in the internet is something that really bothers me. I'm not jealous. I don't care if people think I'm jealous. I don't give a shit. It really bothers me what's going on. And I'm telling you what, I'm going to do more solo reactions, hot takes. They're not going to be live streams, and the gloves are fucking off. I'm dead serious. Smash the like button if you want to see how what wrong background for the stream. I got it. I'm going to do more solo vids too, Mladen, because I'll tell you what. I've hit a little bump in the recovery to getting out of debt, and I'm going to be doing more content. I like to work my way out of my problems, and part of this experience on YouTube is interacting with people. I love that. I do that for my day job. It also keeps me out of trouble with buying stuff, doing more content, and I enjoy it. And I love roasting these mother effers. And I'll be real. I think part of the problem is that I have been too soft. I have been too soft. I've done years of trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. And I'm not against Republicans either. Let me lay that right out there. But I want to stop treating them with kid gloves and enabling the bad behavior, because if you're talking about radicals, they are not just political pundits with in geek culture with right-leaning politics. They are radicals. They always talk about the radical, the garbage people on the left. They are the only way in the age of social media to correct bad info is to speak with your own voice. If you're not, I don't know how many times I got to go through this, RJ, and this is why I'm doing more solo content as well. I love my team. I love MME, but this is exactly why I'm doing it, because sometimes I get ready to make a point and I get diluted. My message gets diluted. My strong opinions, my reactions get diluted. And I'm going to do more of these reactions to these radical people on the right. And I'm not against right-leaning individuals. I'm not against Republicans. I'm not against anyone's politics unless they are social justice warriors that are radical and extremists. And there's a lot of links there. And I'm going to do a second topic on this, is that I'm going to stop pretending I don't do guilt by association, but that they're not all linked together, because that's another thing that gets them let off the hook. And there was things that I will go on to a later video. But this specific reaction is that I caught him lying again. I caught him lying again. And I also told you, RJ, I told you they were going to react to this story. They're also freaking fools. They are also freaking fools, because they are the best promoters of this content. Oh, really? I'll have to check that out for another video. Hey, Tony Robinson. Now, I'm going to show you the proof that I caught Jeremy lying again. And if you are new to this channel and you want to see more movie reactions, more rumors, more strong opinions, please, where's my ticker? Oh, here we go. All you need to do to support this show is subscribe, like the stream. Yes. I'm going to show you the proof that I caught him lying again. And why did I title this specific? This is a hot topic. I started my channels doing hot topics. The hottest thing I can talk about. I'm going to talk about it. All this talk about virtue signaling. There's such a thing on the internet that I want to start people using the term as hate signaling. I was the one that said it was going to suck first. It's not even isolated to these radical political people that are fake geeks. They're fake geeks. They're profiting off of fandom, and they're not giving back to it. They are doing nothing for geeks and gamers. They have tainted the word. Honestly, since you're in fandom online, can you even think of the words geeks and gamers in a positive light anymore? They have completely twisted it, profited off of it, left a hollow shell of what fandoms and geeks and gamers used to be. And it's bullshit. And the buck stops here. Buck stops here. All right. Listen, honestly, I've been stifling myself being too nice. I gotta let it out a little bit. I gotta let loose, you know? I gotta say how I really feel. This stuff, it's not jealousy. And when they're NPC fans like this call me out for that, it gives me joy. Because I'm like, wow, projection. I'm talking about NPC talk. You know, it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. Yes, being too nice can be stifling. It's hurting my soul. It's hurting my soul trying to understand where they're coming from. The time of Max actually speaking with them is over. Let's be honest. They know they'll make the intro. They know it doesn't benefit them. And they know we have a lot of points calling out their bullshit. But without further ado, let's get to the absolute lie that Jeremy is using in his current video. And I saw this coming a mile away. And I will bring up the image of his thumbnail where he exploits a lie to create fear-mongering, to straw man the audience, to make them angry when Game of Thrones did not say this. Game of Thrones did not say white people bad. I'm gonna search it now just to make sure, but there's no way they said that. There is no way they said that. Find me the tweet. I'm gonna find the tweet. Game of Thrones. I'm gonna look it up. There's no way they said that. I actually should have searched that first. There's no way they tweeted that out. Now I know what he is responding to, but I'm thinking this is a fake Twitter message. There's no way the official Game of Thrones Twitter said white people bad. This is a fake, photoshopped. I'm just going to search for it. Hold on a second. I'm going to do the research. Game of Thrones Twitter. If anyone could find it for me faster, you know I'm a boomer. I want to make sure. I want to do all the due diligence to see. They did not say that. It's a lie, and they're straw manning a interview to make it seem like they hate white people. They don't. No, they don't. All they said is we don't want a bunch. We don't want a bunch of white people. Again. I can't find it. If anyone can find me this tweet, this is a bullshit thing. This is a bullshit tweet that he is using to make people angry. Unfortunately, no one really does. Listen, I have my issues with research as well, but people on the internet do not do research. They're gonna believe this. They're gonna believe this because Jeremy is saying it. White people bad. No one said that. Let's get to the context of what they really said. And we will react to the video, yes. Yeah, exactly. I'm not against conservatives. Yes. Exactly. They give conservatives and Republicans a bad name. They do. I'm not against Democrats or Republicans. I'm against radical SJWs. And all these are extreme right-leaning SJWs. And I will do another video on that. And I'm going to stop saying, oh, they're okay, because there's a lot of connections there. Again, there's not guilt by association. But in another video coming up, I'm going to go Ethan Van Sciver and his connections to both Vox Day, Jordan Peterson, before he got popular on YouTube. And then I will get to Nerdrotic and Jeremy and their connections to Alex Jones and Salty Cracker. These are people they prop up. They hate people that say we need to be better and have more diversity, including for more people. But they prop up and are buddy with the worst of the worst. Absolutely, Nerdette. Nerdette, do you know? You know that EVS. Yes, he had a public spat with Vox Day, but before he started his channel, he was he not guilt by association, but he did the art for Jordan Peterson's book, and he has Vox Day on his phone. You use those connections in your client list, and that's where the influx of horrible garbage people got into this fandom. That's the gateway. EVS. You know when Jeremy got more extreme? When he met EVS. When he met EVS. They were buddies. Yeah. Exactly. And then Alex Jones. And the last time Alex Jones was on, they propped up Salty Cracker. You know where Salty Cracker made an appearance this last week? They're all connected. They like to downplay. Oh, we don't have groupthink. We do our own video. It's all organic. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. Yeah, Nerdette, if you want to be on for a special video on that, let me know. I'll contact you on Yahoo. Or I mean on your email. Sorry. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna get to Eric July. I'm gonna get to Eric July because I have another hot take coming out. Props to him for doing his own thing. But let's not pretend the Rippaverse is organically getting these numbers and not an anti-SJW charity. It's a donation. It's not for the quality of the product. It's a loaded product to prove a point from hateful people. Stop pretending that his success is based on the content alone. And it's not Comicsgate trying to get a second wind from their failures, to revitalize their grift, to prop up Comicsgate 2.0. A lot of the same players are in the Rippaverse, and they are trying to do it, pay into it as a charity to say we are changing the industry. They ain't changing shit. They're not changing shit. They're not. This isn't going to do anything to compete. It's a charity for anti-SJWs. It's to prove a point. It's not based on the quality of the content. The quality of the content is not a dumpster fire. But let's stop pretending. Let's stop pretending that it's getting its success based on its own merits. They're trying to revitalize the failed Comicsgate that has gone to the well of their own consumers way too much, not brought down costs, and trying to revitalize their failures. You know, I told you I was going hot today. Woo! This feels good. Oh my God, this feels good to go back a little bit to the madness. A little bit to the madness. It's not from, you know what? Congrats, Rippa, for making money off of your hateful audience. Congrats. There you go, Nerdette. We're gonna make it happen, Nerdette. Thank you. I will save that topic for Nerdette. Maybe we could do a multi-stream on it, Nerdette, if you'd like. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Yes, it's the same players trying to, do a Hail Mary to their movement. Now he is doing Tim F. Why? Okay. Rippaverse. Okay, Tim, it's successful because it's quality, or is it a charity for anti-SJWs? Do you really think that the characters that Rippaverse created are going to compete with Batman, Superman, the Justice League, the Avengers? Get the fuck out of here. It's not. No one wants to. No. What WTF is going on with Thrones? Exactly what I said was going to happen when I saw the article. The showrunners are using free advertising that these dipshits can provide consistently. These radical political fake geeks the promotion that they provide. And so far, I've already proven that the Game of Thrones Twitter did not write this. This is a fake tweet to straw man the audience, to gaslight the audience, to get them angry. It's hate signaling. We talk about virtue signaling. It's hate signaling. And in this video, I pre-watched it. Jeremy tries to say, "Oh, I hated this first." Did you ever hear them? This is how they gain popularity. I hated on that thing first. I told you it was going to be garbage first. I was the first to say it was garbage. That's hate signaling, you know. All right, let's get to the video. It's not that I don't even think they're sus nor dead. They're not sus. It's that they're not just buying a comic. When you purchase into the Rippaverse, you're not just buying a comic. You're making a public statement. It's instead of hate signaling, it's virtue signaling as well. It's not just that you're buying the comic. Some people are just buying the comic. I'm not saying everyone, but let's not pretend that this isn't a loaded campaign to get attention. To get attention. Oh, we're disgruntled consumers because you didn't treat us right. That's what you're paying for. You're not actually paying for the quality of the comic. Come on. Let's not play games. And I still applaud him for creating his own art, his own story. That's not highly original. It's actually based on comics that have come out before it. Now, Marvel and DC have done this as well. Basically, it's consumers buying it. I'm just saying, I'm not playing games. I know what these people do. They pay to make a political statement. They are obsessed with politics. They are obsessed with being the victim themselves. We're mistreated consumers. We'll pay Rippaverse, and then we'll pirate all your Disney shit and watch it anyway because we're the number one consumer. We're the number one viewers. So they will not pay Disney. They will pirate it, and they will pump it in to these hateful people. They're using it in every single video. You'll see. How do you know it's woke? Okay. All right, let's get to the video because I have more stuff to do and there's more content coming. All right, now here is the lies. I'm calling out the lies each time. No, you don't reject anything, dipshit. You pirate it. I know. I have proof that people pirate it in your group. You have money to spend on Rippaverse comics because you pirate all of Marvel, DC, and Disney. Get the fuck out of here. I know exactly what you're doing. We reject, we pirate and watch it all. We reject. No, you don't. You watch everything. If it really bothered you, you wouldn't watch it at all. You're the biggest fans. You promote it the most. All these grifters rely on a Disney paycheck way more than I do, so that makes them effing shills. You promote everything. You steal everything. And that's why you have so much money to dump in a political statement. That's why. So you have all this money with these radical sycophants to dump into and signal boost average material for your own milkshake girls. I don't know. I was riffing RJ. They're not shills. They're just they have a Disney. Well, the reason I joked and said they have a show because they actually have a Disney paycheck. Oh, their ads on their videos are different from Disney. All right, let's get to this video.
These clowns continue to run the best circus on the internet.
And you clowns continue to be free promotion and watch everything they do. Jeremy, You couldn't even last 1 week without watching Obi-Wan, you hypocritical bastard. What happened to supporting Gina Carano? You couldn't do it. What happened to Nimrodic? He lined up and watched Thor Love and Thunder in the theater. You know? They didn't say that. This is a lie. It doesn't trash white people. It says we don't want a bunch of them again. That's the context. That's the truth. We don't want just a bunch of white people. Now, there were other ethnicities in the first Game of Thrones. But let's be real. What were the majority of their roles? Unfortunately, if you're really thinking of the context, a lot of them were slaves and servants. That's the reality in the original show. Now it's not going to be just that.
Known as Hollywood, they cannot learn from their mistakes. They continue to show how out of touch with the fans and reality they are, and we're going to keep roasting them because it's just too much fun.
Exactly.
So right here,
I'm having a lot of fun as well, Jeremy, because I knew you were going to do that on this article. They don't want another bunch of white people. That doesn't mean they're being replaced. They just don't want a bunch of them, because that's not where the industry is. That's not where any workplace is right now. And more people deserve more opportunities. Deal with it. Deal with it. Fictional white bros matter. Fictional white bros matter. That's all that, that is the projection. Okay, brother. Okay. Thank you, NPCF. Tim F. Talking about NPCs. Wow. Not living rent-free in my head. This is how you counteract bullshit, is you use your free speech. And I'll do it anytime I want.
House of Dragon showrunners didn't want a bunch of white people for the cast. Wow. A white guy telling you how he didn't want white.
Yeah, exactly. I think we all need to be allies. Can it be somewhat cringy? I'll be honest with you. It can be a little bit cringy unless you do the proof is in the pudding and you represent more people and give more people opportunities. That's true. He is a showrunner. What great content, Tim. What great content. It's the same talking points. You're a dipshit. You're a dipshit if you watch the same video over and over and over again. They all say the same thing. They don't have an original thought in their mind. They don't. Exactly, Mladen. That's all they're saying. They just want more diverse people. They don't want just another bunch of people or the roles isolated to servants and slaves. Because that's what happened a lot in the original Game of Thrones series. Yes, it's going to be fun. That is hilarious. Great content. It's what's really revealing and freaking disgusting is the majority of their hateful bullshit audience watches the same video over and over and over again by all the people that make exactly the same take. That shows how hateful they are. If you could watch the same talking point over and over and over again, mocking, including more diverse people. And yes, he does the soy voice in here. Yes, exactly. He does that in this video, Ashley. He really does. No one's saying that. Now, if he wasn't lying with his topic, trashing white people and making a bullshit thumbnail with a lie in it, House of Dragons, Game of Thrones Twitter did not say this. They did not say this. They would actually remove all the white people. Have all the white people been removed of House of Dragons? Please correct me. Correct me, Tim. Were all the white people removed out of this show? please. I don't hate them. They're embarrassing. And you're embarrassing, Tim. You're embarrassing because you watch this shit. Here's a revealing thing. Do I hate white people? No, I'm embarrassed by them. Maybe that's why I wear a mask, because I'm embarrassed by these white dipshits that complain and then always want to be the victim and say we're being replaced. And how much they say, oh, there's so many issues with the Black Lives Matter movement, but there's actually people dying out there that are not being treated correctly by law enforcement, but anything even but they're fictional white characters and heroes are disrespected in such a small or they believe they are being, and they whine about it 24/7. That's how fucking pathetic you and your group are, Tim. That's how pathetic you are. If you really have issues with those movements, and they're not perfect, and I don't carry any hashtags except restore the Snyderverse. More on that, on that in a separate video. But if you really think that's cringe when people do that, imagine white guys saying that they're fictional superheroes and fictional characters are being disrespected and white fictional lives should matter. Everyone likes the meme on this life matters, this life matters. You complain and you care more about fictional white characters than you do actual black people. There, I said it. Now, you might have certain friends, but if someone's on the opposite side of politics, you treat them like garbage. All right, let's get back to the video. Told you this was going to be hot. Woo! I feel good.
White people to be in his show. Sounds a lot like Rian Johnson, when Rian Johnson, former Star Wars director who signed on for 3 more Star Wars movies that we've never seen, said we need less white dudes directing Star Wars movies after he signed to do 3 more.
Now, I'm a fair dude. That's a fair thing to criticize with Rian Johnson. That's a fair thing to criticize because he signed on instead of bringing. But who knows if he would have got his trilogy? Maybe he would have got someone else to direct the sequel. Who knows? All right, thank you. Absolutely. All right. Fictional white lives matter is all they care about and all they complain about. That's how fucking pathetic they are instead of real lives. How about real lives matter? And that's not taking away instead of fictional characters. Assholes.
Because it's rules for thee, not for me. It's always projection. It's always nonsense. And Game of Thrones has been in a really bad place.
If you want to see me do more roasting more of these mother effers, these radical, political, fake geeks, smash the hell out of the like button. And if you really want politics out of things, get it out of movie talk commentary as well, assholes. Because you love politics. And I'm going to expose them for how much they have links to radical extremists and prop them up. But mock people that say they want to be represented.
Place after season 8. And I do think that there is still going to be a significant amount of interest for this show. I absolutely do, because even though the interest level is not where it was or could be, because at its peak, Game of Thrones was the biggest thing in pop culture. It was unbelievable how big it was. But season 8 hurt it so bad. But the brand Game of Thrones still carries a lot of weight. So there's going to be some interest here. But when you have people that are virtue signaling like this and going out of their way to impact,
it's not even necessarily a virtue signal. Let's be real. They provide employment for people. And if you are any rational, moral person in this day and age, you're not going to complain about diversity in the workplace. You're going to provide more opportunities to more people. And no one is replacing you. No one is actually saying white people bad. They're embarrassing. Jeremy is embarrassing. And all the people that prop him up are fucking fools and embarrassing NPCs. Because it's not good content, but that's the content that succeeds on the internet. That's the content. And I'll tell you what, even my friends, we lack the backbone that they do. They at least stick to their messaging and are consistent. I'm going to do movie talk. I'm going to call this stuff out consistently because it is fun. And that's the only way, is to use your voice to expose their freedom of speech, how garbage it is. This is a garbage. He says Chris Evans is a garbage person. You're a garbage person. You're a garbage person. You take from fandom, you give nothing back, you leave a hollow shell, and fuck you for ruining Geeks and Gamers. Fuck you for ruining Geeks and Gamers for everyone. Absolutely. Because they don't, well, let's be careful, Nerdette, not just say conservatives. Let's remove the conservatives from the conversation. And you know how they say radical garbage leftists? These are radical people. They are radical people. They have links to radical. They have links to radical. Jordan Peterson, Vox Day, Alex Jones, Salty Cracker. Who else is on Friday Night Tights? One quarterback Garrett from what's his name? They're all linked together. They share the consumer base. Yes, they are. That is what I was. Oh, you're gaslighting now, Tim. You're gaslighting. I bet you were there when Alex Jones was on the worst piece of garbage there is to suggest false flagging at schools. I bet you were there saying, "Oh, Alex Jones, get out of here, NPC. Get out of here." That's where I'm going to say gloves off. They are. Just because they have certain people on the team doesn't mean they don't have links to radical people on the right consistently and prop them up and agree with them. Phil TMNT, I have to say, Geeks and Gamers have always been kind to me. They want your money, Phil. They want your money and they want your clicks. They want your money and they want your clicks. How did Jeremy ruin Geeks and Gamers? Because he made Geeks and Gamers a hate term. That's how he ruined Geeks and Gamers. You no longer can think of Geeks and Gamers without thinking of hate and hate signaling and wanting to hate things first. That's why. That's why he ruined it.
Pack the story and the cast with their nonsensical identity politics. It will only show that they don't have the fandom or the story.
How? Listen, I saw Jeremy on not to get into politics, but saying this investigation of January 6th, claiming that someone under oath was lying because they dare insult God Emperor Trump. And then they were simping so hard for Elon Musk. And then Elon Musk disagrees with Trump. And now Elon Musk is an enemy, orange man bad. You cannot, talking about echo chamber and NPCs. Though that's what's disgusting, is when you treat someone and idolize them more than the country you live in. I'm not saying people that support Trump are garbage people. I'm not saying anything like that. But if you idolize him and put him before the country you live in, that's garbage. And that is radical. And always suggesting false flags. Look what they did with Obi-Wan and Reva. They're like, oh, they must be lying to make us look bad. Jeremy was even saying he's left the Phantom Menace because he thought people were false flagging the Phantom Menace and that wasn't actually representing who they are. But then they prop up Salty Cracker. If you want to know what a garbage person is, look at Salty Cracker. Or you could just tune into the January 6th investigations and watch the clip of him to see what a garbage person he is. Promoting violence. Promoting violence. They promote hate, and just like you can't stand virtue signaling, they hate signal.
In mind. They only have their personal agenda in mind. It reminds me of why so many people said, why didn't I like
exactly projection. They only have their personal in mind. Hold on.
Agenda in mind.
Their
it reminds
personal
me
agenda. Personal agenda. Personal agenda is money off of hate clicks and lying to their audience. Tim, if you're still, hey, Kira S., thank you for showing up, NPC. If you still support him, explain this. This is a lie. This is a lie. No one on Game of Thrones Twitter said this. This is manufactured outrage for his agenda and his narrative to make money. He is lying to the audience. He is lying to everyone. Game of Thrones did not say that. Nowhere. That's a lie. And you support that shit? Kira and Tim, you support that? I'm not saying, Kira, that wanting good stories is bad. And you're also gaslighting here. Because that's not what they're saying. They're not talking about context and storyline. They're doing word salad and buzzwords, political buzzwords. All they say is identity politics. They're not talking about the execution of story and the quality of the product. They're just saying identity politics because that's the easiest way to get clicks on the internet. Because let's be real, there's good on the internet, but it's a very hateful place. The problem with Rippaverse is that just because he doesn't see an issue, he dismisses other black people. He puts his opinion over other black people. And these right-wing radicals prop up people like that because it gives ammo to other people's thoughts, feelings, and opinions. He puts his opinion over other people. Just because he thinks that the world has progressed and there doesn't need to be more work done, that doesn't mean it's this. Everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different experience. And he dismisses that and gives ammo to these groups, to these hate groups.
Why so many people said, why didn't I like Rogue One? And again, famously, yeah, I liked Force Awakens.
So here's where he's hate signaling. Like, oh, I hated it before other people did. This is how pathetic he is. This is how pathetic he is that he wants to prove that he hated on something first.
You know, it took me a little while to understand my hatred for Last Jedi, but when it came to...
See, that's what he's concerned with. Talking about virtue signaling, he's concerned with hate signaling. I hated it. It took me a while to find out that I hated it, but I did. This is what he's concerned with. That's all they do. Good content. Get the hell out of here. Good content. That's a load of horse shit. That it's good content? Absolutely not. It's not good content. Absolutely not. They hate things consistently. That's good content. NPCs. Absolutely, Phil. I'm not staying in the middle. They have nothing to offer. I didn't say Rippa. Did I say Rippa was right wing? I said he hates on other people's opinions and gives ammo to the right wing grifters and extremists. That's why he's propped up. That's why he gets an influx of funds, because they're not just buying a comic, they're buying his political statement. Be real, Tim. Do you really think the Rippaverse is quality enough to compete with DC and Marvel? Be real, brother. Be real. Do you really believe that? And that the success is organic and it's not because people want to prove a point? Well, saving all that money pirating Disney and talking about Disney every day. What a bunch of betas. If you really have an issue with Disney and then you still speak its name every day. I do other content. I do movie talk. Look this week. What a bunch of betas. I hate Disney. I hate Disney. My whole channel revolves around Disney. I have another channel called Park Hopping, where I send my cohorts to go ride rides that doesn't exist without Disney. If Disney fails, no one would listen to you. No, it can't compete. It's about the IPs. If Ism, I'm sorry, is a shitty name. Ism. I apologize if someone actually has that name in real life. The art's inconsistent. And it's not that original. And it's not successful off its own merits. I believe the reason it's making so much money isn't always success. Money isn't always success. The reason it's being profitable off its own is because people want. I'm waiting, Tim, also to say if you think it's going to do good, if it's actually going to compete with DC and Marvel on quality content. It's not. Oh, absolutely. I've covered this in the past. I have Ryan Kinnell on tape. I don't have it now, saying that someone sends him everything. Rippaverse has a chance to make money off of its own supporters. Yes. Does it have a chance to make movies and stuff? I'll wait and see. I'll watch some reviews of the comic when it comes out. I'm not buying it. I've decided not to buy it. All right, let's get back to this video.
Rogue One, I never liked Rogue One as much as everyone else. And one of the reasons I said I didn't like Rogue One is because in the movie itself, I could feel that the casting was specifically to not put a white dude.
What for Rogue One? Rogue One just had a lot of different characters. What do you mean specifically not putting a white dude in there? What?
On the rebellion side, you can just see it. You can feel it in that movie. It's there. It's a tangible thing. And we're getting the same thing right here. But these clowns are admitting it up front. So let's read the article from the Daily Wire.
Okay. So let's examine that. We got 68 people watching. Smash the hell out of the like button. Yes, he did, Mladen. He did. Okay. If it's really, he just exposed his bullshit right there. He just exposed his bullshit. Because if it was only about good storytelling, what's his main issue with Rogue One? That they didn't have white people on the rebellion side. He didn't say the story was bad. That was his main issue. So when people tell you what they think, listen. Did he actually talk about context and bad storytelling in Rogue One? No. He couldn't get past that the majority of the actors and actresses, it was a diverse cast. But he mentioned nothing about bad storytelling. That's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. He mentions nothing about bad storytelling. They did have a diverse cast for Rogue One. No one else is talking about identity politics in Rogue One. The majority of people liked it. If it's really about context and good storytelling, he doesn't mention it. What does he mention? Class, are you paying attention? Are you paying attention, class? What is he actually upset about? That there's no white people on the rebellion, and that he didn't get propped up for hating it first. When people speak, listen. Take him for his words. These are his own words. He's exposing himself about what he is. He's upset because he didn't hate it first, and he's upset because there's no white people on the rebellion side. He did not mention bad storytelling or context. It's Elliot Page, Ramis. Can't you? Is it really that hard to understand? Really that hard? It's Elliot Page. And Elliot Page could fill the role. I'm not against it. You knew what you were doing there.
House of Dragon showrunners say they're intentionally including a more diverse cast in Game of Thrones spinoff
Absolutely.
sequel.
Anyone with any moral fibers in 2022 that isn't a regressive Neanderthal would not have an issue with saying we want a more diverse cast. Yeah, I didn't check out Umbrella Academy season 3 yet. Kira S., you're misgendering on purpose. You know, don't play dumb. You know about Elliot Page. You're doing that on purpose. You're doing that on purpose. You're being ignorant on purpose.
Showrunners have crafted reimagined versions of characters from George R.R. Martin's original book for the new series, which will premiere August 21st on HBO Max. One of their ideas is adding black actors to the roster of main characters.
Oh my dear Lord, the sky is falling. Yes.
And not as an afterthought. We're not racist. We have black characters in our show. It was very important for Miguel and I.
There he does. These are the tricks he pulls. That's straw manning. They didn't say that. He's being sarcastic straw manning. Yes. When it's really let's be real. Let's stop playing games. They haven't really talked about the concept of the show or anything except that they want a more diverse cast, and that's too far. That's too far for these right-leaning extremists. Radical right. They're part of the radical right. That doesn't mean they can't have friends. Friends that they try to, guilt by association, absolution by association. They try to absolve their horrible takes by who they hang out with.
To create a show that was not a bunch of white people on screen. Oh, white people bad. We can't have any white people.
No one said that.
No. We have the virtue signal. We have to prove that we're not racist because we have black.
No, a bunch of stuff. No one has said we're not going to have white people. No one said white people are bad, and no one said we're not ist because we have a diverse cast. All fucking lies. All lies, including the thumbnail. It's a lie. The big lie The grift that he has been making money on for years is saying, if you don't like something, you're ist. No one said that. No one said that.
Black actors in our show. We are not racist. We have black actors. We wanted to find a way to put diversity in the show. Thank you for focusing on the most important aspect of telling a story.
They didn't say that either. Did they say it's the most important? It is important. Did they say it was the most important? Of course, story is the most important. Story is the most important. But saying diversity is not important, diverse casting is extremely important. And if you are still whining like a fucking baby about diverse casting, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. The bare minimum we could do for our fellow humans on this earth is to give more people more opportunities and shut the hell up about the smallest inconvenience about fictional white characters, dipshits. The bare minimum. There's people in other movements where people have died and people have lost their life, and you say they're ridiculous, but you're a bunch of white bros on the internet complaining about inconveniences for white fictional characters. That's how pathetic they are.
Diversity, inclusion, and representation.
Exactly.
I wonder how they feel about the Rippaverse.
Don't say it sarcastically, dipshit. And this is where Rippaverse really gives the ammo. They are not going to shut up about this. You didn't succeed on your own merits. You can't sell your product without talking about the other guys. You can't sell your product without talking about the other guys or borrowing from the history of DC or Marvel with tropes and storylines. You can't succeed without the other guys, young Rippaverse. You can't succeed without it. This is why they love him so much. Exactly, Nerdette. It's hypocritical and is exactly what they complain about. If Disney was doing this, they would say it's virtue signaling. I know they're not, Tim. I know they're not, and they have the same shitty opinions. And they give ammo to hate.
Since they're so focused on representation, I wonder how they feel about that. I bet you could talk about the Game of Thrones spinoff sequel on Reddit. Why can't we talk about the Rippaverse on Reddit? It's almost like they don't believe in the stuff that they say.
It's because of people in your crew. Now, I'm personally not for censorship. I want young Rippa to be able to promote it anywhere. But I'm also not delusional to understand why it's making a lot of money. It's other factors. There's other factors of why it's making money. It's not because the art or the character were so on point and so revolutionary. It's not. I'm still waiting for Tim to tell me why Isam is going to be a popular character, more popular than Black Panther or anything else. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to hear why, that Isam from Rippaverse is going to be an important character besides signaling, the anti-SJW signaling that we're victims and we're going to win. All right. I got to finish this up because I got other stuff to do.
So the same clowns that are going to sit here and cry about me making this video are the same clowns that are crying and fighting an absolute imaginary person right now over the Rippaverse. They are just punching air, as Eric said. They are so mad, and they're dropping
I'm not mad. I just know what it is. I just realize what it is. It's not organic growth. It's not. Comicsgate is pumping that shit up to try to get relevancy. It's like an advertisement for everyone at Comicsgate. You watch. Comicsgate is probably going to have its campaigns on Rippaverse.com.
N-bombs with hard R's all over the place.
No, I disavow that. You don't get that here. Nope.
Because a black man created a comic book universe with a black lead character. But those same clowns that are hating on that, they're going.
I'm not punching air, RJ. I'm hitting targets. Hey, Caden.
Going to love this. They're going to love it because they're preaching about how important diversity is. Diversity is not important. Telling a good story is important.
There, he said it. Again, if you use his words, I should clip that out. Diversity is not important. Yes, it is. Story is most important. Diversity and inclusion is important. And mocking it exposes how juvenile you are. He's not coming around here no more. I'm going to make sure of it. No, Mary, that's great that he did. That's absolutely great that he did. But let's be real. We don't have the context of the comic yet. Why is it making so much money right now? It's because these anti-SJWs want to prove a point. And they are grasping at straws because they've milked their audience dry in Comicsgate, and they're propping it up. It's not wholly original, and we have no context to say it's quality yet. Now, if it comes out and it's an amazing story, and then it's not derivative and a rip-off verse of other storylines, I will come back and apologize. But there is no context to say that it's not yet either. There's no context. Yeah, no, he's not the first. Yeah. Yeah, it's more of a charity than, and they have lots of funds for all the shit they pirate.
And if you are telling a good story for the right reasons, then you can put whatever race or gender or sexual orientation into that story. That's why Eric's Rippaverse.
You're doing this exact same thing that you complain about Hollywood, talking about a black creator creating a black character. And that's how you're promoting it. You're doing the exact same thing. Get an effing mirror, you NPC. You're doing the exact same thing. You're promoting it off that. You're promoting it off hate. And you're promoting it off all these whiners that say Hollywood doesn't make content for them. Now, I can remove art from the artist. I don't care what your politics are as long as you deliver a good product. If ISM #1 is a good comic, then I might buy it. But until I think it's as relevant as some other comics that are in the same price range as $30, and other 100-page comics, there's a lot better 100-page comics that deserve my $30. I am a consumer that puts my consumers first, my consumerism first, and I want a good product. I am not buying a product for political reasons. Propping up mediocre, or not mediocre, but, well, I'm not propping up stuff based on other reasons because they're on my team. Exactly what they claim Hollywood does. They prop up films because of the political angle. Where did I say that? I said good. I don't care. I said if the story's good, it's good. I don't care. Give me good products. Until Gina Carano and Rippa, young Rippa, the saviors of these groups, make products better than Marvel or DC or Star Wars, then I will switch. That ain't happening, Jack. That ain't happening yet. I don't care about your mother effing politics. I don't want them in movie talk. And I'm a paying customer when you bring quality. I don't care. Jeremy can spout as much shit on the internet as he wants. Once he creates something that's valuable to me as a consumer and it's enjoyable entertainment, I'll pay him. I don't care.
Has so many people excited because it's not defined off of the character's identity. It's defined off of the character's journey. These clowns are already telling you what their focus is. And so, but we didn't want to do it in a way that felt like it was an afterthought.
Exactly. This should not be mocked, this statement. We don't want to include people as an afterthought. That's exactly what young Rippa complains about. If you include them and it's a tokenized character and it's an afterthought, a hollow, perfunctory performance that doesn't mean anything. He is saying what young Rippa is complaining about, and he's still complaining. We don't want diversity to be an afterthought. We want to have them included all along the way. And then he's complaining. He is actually giving them what they're complaining about, and they're still finding a way to hate on it because it's hate signaling.
Or worse, tokenism. The solution presented itself. Oh, the solution presented itself.
They never want a problem solved. This is more exposing. Rippa always talks about tokenism and how he doesn't like it. But they said they don't want to just have a hollow character. They want to include them for a great story. They're actually addressing his concerns. Addressing his concerns. We're not just going to put people in as an afterthought. We want to include them in the story. And he's mocking it like a child.
So you created a problem. You created a problem.
No one created a problem. That's an actual problem, dipshit. That's an actual problem if you go through the history of Hollywood. Part of this is Hollywood's own making. That they did not include a lot of nationalities in their storytelling without hollow representation or side characters. But Jeremy here is gaslighting the audience, acting like it wasn't a problem. So he's lying to you or ignorant. He doesn't want to know the truth. You know the truth about Hollywood. You know how we got here. Are they going too far to course correct? Potentially. But there is not something that they create an issue. It is an issue. Talk to people that it impacts.
So that you could then solve the problem. Pretty interesting how that works, huh? They created a problem so that...
No, what's the truth, Phil, is that it is an issue in Hollywood where they have tokenized characters in the past. It's exactly what young Rippa complains about. It's what he's made his money on, that he also pretends like it's there when it's not. This is a issue in Hollywood. They did not create an issue that wasn't there. It is an issue, and he is willfully being ignorant, avoiding the history of Hollywood and how they've treated minorities in the entertainment industry. Willful ignorance for his narrative.
They could then solve the problem that they created. See, this is what social justice is all about. It's about creating a fake problem that doesn't exist so that you can then solve
it. Does exist. It does exist.
That problem, and then
your pal, young Rippa, the Rippaverse, just proves it exists, dipshit. He proves it exists. It's not a fake problem.
You're the hero. You're the virtuous hero. I solved the problem of diversity and representation. thank you so much for being so brave and so stunning. And so here they're inventing all of this nonsense into it. House of Dragon will explore and how House Targaryen fell after the Civil War 200 years before Daenerys Targaryen rose to the power in Game of Thrones. Racial diversity won't be the only focus in House of Dragon.
There you go. There you go. He's addressing your concerns. They're addressing your concerns, Jeremy, and you're mocking it. You're being sarcastic. They're saying that's not going to be the only focus. So there you go. It's not going to be the only. Racial diversity won't be the only focus of House of Dragon. So sit the F down. Oh, they're going to talk about non-binary. Whoops. Shit. I got ahead of myself. Okay. They're going to also. Whoops. All right.
Oh my God. So they're just pushing all of this. They got non-binary nonsense. Again, womanhood, maleness. Like, this is the social justice checkmark box. Jesus. So anyway, it's not.
Who cares?
This is going to be a disaster. Much like the Lord of the Rings show, Rings of Power is going to be a disaster. So there's still a lot of fantastic content for us to roast as this year continues. And we will very much do that, all while talking about the Rippaverse and continuing to tell people to check out the Rippaverse. Go to Rippaverse.com.
Oh, that's gonna get annoying real quick. All right, I'm gonna say something here that's gonna be controversial. Remember when they complained, certain individuals in this group complained about the diversity shield? I'm sorry. What are they doing with Rippa? They're shielding themselves from criticism by propping him up based on virtue signaling, saying he is a black creator creating a black character without actually propping up the quality of the comic. Do you see what is happening here? They are doing exactly what they complain about consistently. Oh my God.
.com and check it out, because this is the type of stuff. You expose Hollywood's bullshit. You expose them for what they're doing, for the pieces of shit that they are. And then when there is a viable...
talking about pieces of shit, you love Alex Jones and your buddy with Salty Cracker.
Alternative out there, let people know about it. And that's exactly what we're going to continue to do. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video. I've also been streaming more on my personal channel, D-Day Cobra. So if you've not subscribed to that channel, please do so. And a lot of you have been asking me to talk over there and do more live streams and content, and I am doing just that. And we had a fantastic live stream yesterday, and you guys made me feel like $1 million. Like, it was awesome. So I will definitely be doing more live streams over there. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.
Well, don't ban. Hold on a second. Don't ban Ramsey City. This just exposes the NPCs that are fans of Jeremy. There you go. All the shit that, said in the chat just exposes what they are. This has been a Madman solo reaction. More to come, more content to come. I'll see you later if we're to the max. And there's a lot more coming out. Please, if you're watching on the replay, support this type of content. Support counteracting the bullshit. Taking out the garbage. Taking it to the corner. And, you have a nice day. Bye.